my name is John Denton, and yeah, I mean, I think as a kid, you're always thinking, well, I'm gonna run off from home, and so I did one time. It just scared me the hell to death, I tell you. I don't know, my daddy was kind of sometimes he was kind of mean to us kids. He would get drunk, and then he would come home and he'd start arguing, and he would get all riled up, and if you did any kind of little thing, he would be after you. And so one time I did something, and I don't remember what it was now, but I ran out of the house, and we lived next to a wooded area, and this was early in the morning, and so I said something to my daddy, and he came after me, and I ran into the woods and I hid from him. And so I saw him go back to the house, and I thought, well, I better not go back to the house until he cools off. And so I started walking through the woods. I was probably about 10 years old or something like that. And I was walking through the woods, and I got to a place in there where there was looked like somebody had, a bunch of people had been in there and had killed something. I don't know. Anyway, there was always rumors that there was some kind of a devil worshippers or something like that in there. So that scared me. So I headed back to home. And as I was heading back to home, I couldn't figure out quite where I was. And I ended up wandering around in those woods most of the day. And it was getting dark, and I was getting scared I was going to be in there all night long. So I was in a panic to get out of there. And I ran every which way trying to find the way home. And I finally came to a place where I got out of the woods, and there was a road. And I didn't know what that road was. But I thought, I don't want to go back in the woods either. So I thought that road has to lead some to town. So I started walking on it. Well, a car came up, and they stopped. And I didn't recognize them. And so they said, "Are you lost?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And they, back then, you didn't have to be afraid of people as much. And so they said, "Well, we'll take you back into town. Where do you live?" And I told them. So they were good enough, a man and his wife, they took me back to my home. And when I got there, my daddy, he was waiting for me. And I think it scared him so much, and my mama, that they didn't discipline me or anything like that. I think they were glad to see me. I was glad to see them, let me tell you. But yeah, that kind of scared me, and it scared my daddy. I think he thought I was, something happened to me. It was about dark by the time I got home. Yeah, but I never ran off again. Especially I didn't go in the woods by myself.